The toss will defer to the second half on this Halloween night, the 98th all-time meeting between these two schools. And back to return, the opening kickoff. Trendon Holiday, the speedster, alongside Ron Brooks. And taking care of the kickoff duties for the Tulane Green Wave, Ross Tivino. And we're underway in Baton Rouge. And it was Shepard on the short return, just a return of 8 yards. And Jordan Jefferson, the sophomore quarterback, coming out to take care of the duties here tonight for the LSU Tigers. Renee, a lot of improvement we saw in Jefferson. He seems to be getting that experience that Les Miles says he so desperately needs.
And Doug, he's a lot more relaxed right now. He's got the back of his offensive teammates as well as the defense, and he's certainly a different player than he started the season.
Passing on first down, has an open receiver. It's Brandon LaFell, and a big gain as they go straight downfield to JoJo LaFell on first down. A gain of 20 on the play.
JoJo LaFell with just 31 catches behind the all-time leader Wendell Davis does a deep out, and a nice throw by Jordan Jefferson gets the Tigers deep in Tulane territory inside the 43-yard line.
LaFell now a reception in 36 consecutive games. First and 10 for the Tigers at the Tulane 43-yard line. Jefferson from the gun. And 2 for 2 here in the early going, as it is Terrence Tolliver making the reception for a gain of about 6 on that play.
And those Tiger receivers, Terrence Tolliver and JoJo LaFell, along with Ruben Randall, really that's a mismatch with the size they have. All three of them 6'3" or 6'4". And, you know, George Jefferson is going to go to that quite a bit because Philip Davis, a 5'10" cornerback, as well as most of the defensive backs. Charles Harris is a tall cornerback for the Tulane Great Wave, 6'3".
Russell Shepard is in the game as a receiver, and the snap is bobbled around. I should say Shepard was lined up in the offensive backfield, as sometimes in that Wild Tiger they snap the ball directly to him, but a little miscommunication there on the snap. And
you know a lot of people say why need to get more involved, but you know, the more you give him, Doug, the more responsibilities, it multiplies more on his plate. He is a true freshman, and again, you want to keep things simple for him. He plays quarterback, running back, and wide receiver. That's a lot to digest.
And now 3rd and 5 for LSU. Jefferson under some pressure, and he'll be dragged down back past midfield. Nice defensive play as Shaquille Smith, the true freshman who has started every game this year for Tulane, comes in to make the defensive play.
And Shaquille Smith comes from his strong linebacker position, number 49. A little stunt up the middle, comes from the backside and just is persistent. He's got a little help inside. The first one got to him was Scott. Kind of slowed him down and allowed Shaquille Smith to make the tackle. And
Reggie Scott's got that black belt in Taekwondo. Knows how to play a little bit of football too. So now it's a punting situation. And Derek Helton comes on, averaging 39 yards per punt, along of 59 this year. And this one is not a good punt at all. It'll go out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. And so Tulane will have its first offensive possession. Not a strong effort there by Helton, just 19 yards.
Special teams once again, and you shrunk the field for the Tulane Green Wave offense to come in and help out Ryan Griffin, a true freshman, getting his second start here for Tulane, and Helton getting some instructions from the coach.
Our first quarter tonight is presented by the Insurance Network of Louisiana. Tulane on its first possession after stopping LSU on its initial possession of the game. And Ryan Griffin at quarterback completes and throws on first down, as the receiver on the play is Jordan Sullen. Check that. It is Casey Rowbottom, a junior out of St. Charles Catholic in Laplace, just about 40 minutes down the road here from Baton Rouge.
And Rowbottom with his 22nd grab of the season. And they're going to make things very simple for Griffin. The way you beat the pressure that LSU is going to bring, you don't have max protection. You throw quickly, the quick outs, the quick slants.
After a gain of 7, it is 2nd and 3 into the ground game. It is Anderson, and Andre Anderson Makes his way up to about the 39-yard line. Anderson, one of the top running backs in Conference USA, missed this game last year. You know, he's excited to be playing in Tiger Stadium here tonight.
And he's the guy, if you want LSU defense, you stop Andre Anderson, you know, to cut the head of the snake out. And the thing is, he's really the guy they go to. He's a great receiver, third on the team in receiving. He's rushing for 92 yards a game. 199 yards against McNeese, 108 against Houston. He's capable of a big outing each time.
As you say, he's gone over 100 yards twice this season. 1st and 10 for Tulane. And they like to do this play, the end around. That is Jeremy Williams, and he's right near midfield. And oh my gosh, what a collision with someone down on the sidelines there for LSU. A gain of 11 on the play, as it was Patrick Peterson making the defensive stop.
The end around, and you're going to give Jeremy Williams 15 to 20 touches a game. Good block there on the outside. Hits the corner, knocked out of bounds by Patrick Peterson, but not before he gained necessary first down inside Tiger territory at the 49-yard line. Tigers need a big stop defensively here.
Tulane 2-5 on the year, 0-4 in Conference USA. Coming into this game, losers of 3 straight. And now Griffin, in just his second start, he is dragged down by Raheem Alim, and Alim busts through to make the defensive play and get the sack. His 3rd of this season.
Tigers in a nickel situation, and Raheem Alim just beat on the outside. That was a good rush around Pete Hendrickson. And again, as you mentioned, his 3rd sack, but that was just a one-arm sack there. It shows his strength, and he is really coming hard off the edge. A speed rusher, 4.6 speed. He was the SEC Player of the Week against Vanderbilt when he had 7 stops and a sack. Raheem Alim, a senior out of St. Aug.
13 career sacks for Alim after a loss of 6 now. 2nd and 16 from the 45. Griffin has an open man. The pass is complete. Kevin Burris, the backup tight end, makes the reception, and Patrick Peterson there, the sophomore out of Pompano Beach, Florida, makes the defensive stop.
You know, Patrick Peterson was a parade All-American. He really comes strong off that edge, and you know, he's a very aggressive and confident player. Very, very tough at the line of scrimmage. One of the best cover cornerbacks in the country. He had 9 stops against Washington. All the skills to be an outstanding cornerback. He's just a sophomore for the Tigers.
Tulane on 3rd down conversions right at 44%. Griffin from the shotgun, under pressure, and he is taken down for a big loss as LSU blitzing just busted right through that offensive line. And coming up with it from his safety position is Kelvin Shepard from actually his strong side linebacker position.
Well, it looks like Kelvin Shepard he went through the A-gap untouched, and Shepard has really done a great job. Again, we talked about him, how he can play all linebacker positions. His 1st sack of the season, and that's the 2nd sack of the game for the Tigers.
Thibodeau has it blocked. The 3rd time this year Tulane's had one blocked, and LSU is going to have absolutely perfect field position after coming up with that defensive play on special teams.
Bob Toledo, who has taken over the special teams duty for the Green Wave, is not happy with that, as a herd of white jerseys just really engulfed. And the first one to get there from the outside, we're not sure who that was. That was Graff, it looks like.
Daniel Graff.
That was Daniel Graff, a walk-on at Rummel High School, and his specialty is blocking kicks. And he does another one for the Tigers. Great field position for George Jefferson.
So 1st and 10 for LSU at the 23-yard line. That is Charles Scott, and he'll pick up a handful as he goes to the right side. And LSU now in the red zone, where they have converted 79% of their opportunities, 11 touchdowns, 5 of those rushing, 6 passing, and 8 field goals.
A play like this, Doug, it kind of gives George Jefferson now a little wiggle room, if you will. He's inside the red zone. He knows he should come away with some type of points. Wants to come away with a touchdown, not a field goal, but certainly shrinking the field for him. Certainly make things a little easier option-wise.
Jordan Jefferson, 7-2 as LSU's starting quarterback.
Shepard in the game.
And now Shepard actually taking the snap. And he's inside the 10-5. He's got room. And he's in for the score untouched. Nice cutback to the inside. Russell Shepard has his 2nd touchdown in as many games after a gain of 19 yards.
And he just took off. This was just an option play and broken field running. His second touchdown in a pair of games. He had that 69-yard scamper against Auburn. It shows his skills. He is scary good.
And on for the PAT is Jasper, as he is a perfect 17 of 17, and now make it 18 of 18 on the year. And LSU has a 7-0 lead over the Green Wave of Tulane here with 8:05 remaining in this opening quarter. And we'll be back with more Tiger Vision after we take this network break. Welcome back. Tiger Stadium on this Halloween night. 9th-ranked LSU with a 7-0 lead thanks to Russell Shepard and some special teams play. Want to remind you that the Insurance Network of Louisiana, without a doubt, is the best place for your auto and homeowners insurance. Insurance Network of Louisiana represents numerous top national insurance companies to provide you with all your insurance needs. Call Insurance Network of Louisiana or log on to their easy-to-use website, lainsurance.net.
And Doug, you know, it's interesting, that last block punt by the Tigers, by Daniel Graff, was the first block punt since almost 3 years ago. LaRon Landry pulled the trigger against Florida back in October of 06. So quite a while since the Tigers have blocked the punt. Led to some points for LSU.
And just 2 plays on that scoring drive, Renee. That's all LSU needed.
48 seconds off the clock. A 19-yard scamper by Shepard. Extra point was good.
And a short kick, and on the return, it is Jeremy Williams. And Williams makes his way across the 25. And Tulane will have the football on its second possession. Good look there at Chad Jones, the two-sport letterman, and a mainstay in that LSU defensive backfield.
The thing that you got to be impressed with the defense of the Tigers is, you know, I talked in the pregame show about how Coach Chavis has made it so much simpler. Just react and, you know, don't think so much. Just read and react, recognize and react. And the thing is, they practice so much stripping the ball at practice, and that's something that gets ingrained and conditions you in a game.
Tigers are blitzing on the play. Anderson nowhere to go, and he is just swarmed over. Kelvin Shepard came in from the left side to make the first contact.
And as Anderson gets it, his old teammate from Stevenson High School in Stone Mountain, Georgia, was the first to arrive, Kelvin Shepard. Harry Riley, Kelvin Shepard right there. Good looking at him, leading Tiger tackler, 57 stops coming into this game. And if he continues that trend, he'll be the first Tiger since Brady James in 2002 to lead the Tigers as a linebacker. Most of the time, Doug, it's been a LaRon Landry, Craig Stelz, Harry Coleman was a safety last year. But again, could be a linebacker, the leading tackler for the Tigers.
2nd and 12. Griffin back to pass, has some pressure, completes the pass to Anderson, and Anderson just has nowhere to go. Jacob Catrera, the senior out of Lafayette, Louisiana, there to make the tackle. Want to remind you, the first quarter of tonight's game is presented by Insurance Network of Louisiana. We do have a flag on the play.
Illegal shift. And, you know, we talk about sacks, but the thing is, Raheem Alem was double teamed as he is most of the time. R.J. Detillier, one of the best officials in this area from Louisiana. He does a great job. Conference USA.
And so now it'll be 3rd and 14 from their own 27 as the Green Wave of Tulane trying to make something happen here as they are behind 7-0. A high lofting pass out of bounds. And the intended receiver was DJ Banks, the true freshman. And so that'll bring up 4th down, and so far Griffin has struggled against this LSU defense.
This is only his 2nd start. You know, he's not a guy that gets rattled very easily. Good look at Bob Toledo and Dan Dodd right next to him with the headsets on, the offensive coordinator. Ryan Griffin, no highs, no lows. Doesn't get rattled. He's a typical Southern California guy from Westlake Village, California. Big guy, 6'5", 215, but he's just a freshman.
That one, Thibodeau has no problem getting off. A nice high punt taken at the 20-yard line. Trendon Holiday dances, has a seam up the middle, now down the left side, across midfield. cuts back, and he could take it. Well, not the distance, but at least a good distance that he's taken out of bounds at the 30-yard line. A big return by Trendon Holiday. His longest was 49 yards this season, and that one just shy of that by a yard.
And as the NCAA 100-meter champion, 8-time All-American in track, and boy, he is a pocket rocket. What explosion, Trendon Holiday. He is a weapon and a pace setter, and I'd tell you, great field position for the Tigers now at the 30-yard line. Great return by Trendon Holiday. Good blocking downfield.
And Jordan Jefferson at quarterback had a career-best performance last week in that big win right here in Tiger Stadium against Auburn. Looking downfield, open receiver, but intercepted as it's picked off by Adam Quintua. And Jefferson just didn't get enough air under that one. Quintua, the young man from right here in Baton Rouge, playing in Tiger Stadium, comes up with a big interception. So the big return by Holiday is stifled as Tulane will get the football back. And we'll be back with more Tiger Vision after we take this local break. Stick around, everyone. Back in Tiger Stadium, LSU with an early 7-0 lead. Insurance Network of Louisiana, without a doubt, is the best place for your auto and homeowners insurance. If you like strong winning teams like the Tigers, you will love the team of professionals at Insurance Network of Louisiana. Call Insurance Network of Louisiana or log on to their easy-to-use website, lainsurance.net.
And Doug, even when LSU plays the traditional 4-3 defense with Harry Coleman in there, it's like a nickel because he is a hybrid position, can play either safety, the way he played last year before making a switch to linebacker position. Of course, Coleman last week against Auburn was the SEC Player of the Week. 9 tackles, 2 sacks, pair of forced fumbles. He's really done a great job and really adapted to that position.
And now Griffin for Tulane, making just his second start of the season. And to give this to Anderson, and he is up to about the 20-yard line, a gain of about 4 on that play. Let's go downstairs to Kevin Guidry. Kevin.
Thanks, guys. One of the things that the coaches were saying to George Jefferson, you're throwing to one of the fastest guys in the country. All you've got to do is just put a little bit of air on the ball. Much success. 6 points. They will get that fixed, guys. Back up to you guys. Thanks.
All right, Kevin. Thank you very much. That was definitely the problem. Maybe just a little bit of sophomore inexperience on that one. Didn't get enough air underneath it. 2nd and 6 for Tulane from their own 20-yard line. Back split, and LSU showing blitz as Catrera comes up and now does blitz. And a quick shovel pass forward. And don't even know if that one was completed, but Kelvin Shepard right there to make the defensive play. And he has been Johnny on the spot so far in this game here, Renee.
Let me show you, sometimes when they show blitz as defensive did there, it really screws up the blocking. You know, when a linebacker shows blitz, they'll make a switch. The offensive line will make switch at the line of scrimmage, the blocking assignments, and they may block a gap a little differently, and it opens up things. So even if they don't bring the blitz, it could screw up the blocking enough. I think that's what happened in that last play.
3rd and 7 now from the 19 after a loss of 1 on the previous. And Griffin just with 1 back. And some movement on the LSU side. We'll have to see if it was provoked or not. We want to remind you that the first quarter of tonight's game presented by
number 58, offense, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
We always do step aside for the rest, but the first quarter is presented by Insurance Network of Louisiana.
58, I'm sorry, Dick, 58 left tackle Pete Hendrickson has his hands full. His assignment this evening is going to be blocking Raheem Allen, one of the best pass rushers in the SEC. And Hendrickson 6'8", 306, and it's tougher to get a little down and get his pad level down a little bit because, you know, Raheem Allen plays with a lot of leverage, Doug, as you know, and he's got to stay low, and with that kind of height, it's tough.
3rd down just became a little longer, 5 yards more for Tulane. Griffin drops back, has time, and it's got a receiver. And what a collision as Chad Jones collided with Rowbottom down there, and the pass falls incomplete. Boy, Chad just putting every pound in his frame of 231 pounds into it.
This is the way you play zone as a safety. Bang! He covers up. They're playing in a 2-deep zone. Jai Eugene was covering Rowbottom, but Chad Jones comes over the top to help. And that's just the way you play it as a safety. This is why he's so well thought of around the SEC and does have a future in the NFL.
Thibodeau and to Holiday, who now they say his first punt return was 50 yards. This one a fair catch. That one was the longest of the season. Of course, he had a 48-yarder, and that punt there also 48 yards. So the Tigers will have another go at it with a 7-0 lead over their in-state rivals, the Green Wave of Tulane. And we'll be back to Tiger Vision after we take this network break on this Halloween night. LSU Tigers leading 7-0 over Tulane with 4:07 remaining here in this opening quarter. Insurance Network of Louisiana, without a doubt the best place for your auto and homeowners insurance. Insurance Network of Louisiana represents numerous top national insurance companies to provide you with all your insurance needs. So call Insurance Network of Louisiana or log on to their easy-to-use website, lainsurance.net. Halloween night. Renee, I know you're wearing your outfit tonight, looking pretty dapper and sharp.
I couldn't hold a candle to those. There's Saron Black, and we'll talk a little bit about him in a second. He's only the second left tackle the Tigers have had since 2002.
Charles Scott gets the carry, breaks one tackle across the 45 to the 46. A gain of 9 on the play for Big Chuck the Truck. Comes into the game averaging about 50 rushing yards per game, the senior out of Jonesboro Hodge High School. And not much time in between plays. As the give once again is Scott, and Scott's got much more than the first down as he's across the 40, well into Tulane territory, a gain of 15 as he's brought down at the 37-yard line.
Charles Scott with that inside zone running play, 114 yards against Tulane last year, and he's off to a great start again behind very crisp blocking on the offensive line for the Tigers.
And now 1st and 10, 39-yard line. Jefferson looks right, and that one nearly intercepted. As nice defensive play over there, as hustling in to make the play, Taylor Eccles from his right cornerback position, the former wide receiver.
As Philip Davis steps right in front and nearly intercepted that. He could have taken that to the house had he gotten a step on it. You got to watch that, and Jordan Jefferson has to be aware of where he's looking. He certainly looked the ball, looked the receiver down, and those cornerbacks will read your eyes.
That was Philip Davis, my correction. And now 2nd and 10 from the 39 once again. Jefferson with Shepard in motion, and Shepard gets the call, and he gets maybe a yard on that one as he's tackled at the right about the 39, maybe a gain of 1, the 38-yard line. Oshner makes going to the doctor as easy and convenient as possible. Call 225-761-5200 to schedule your checkup today.
You know, Doug talked about Saron Black. Andrew Whitworth set the LSU record with 52 career starts, and right now Saron Black at left tackle is 48. If he continues to stay injury-free and the Tigers go into a postseason, he should set the record all time on the LSU Tigers.
Jefferson on 3rd and 10 has to scramble and looks downfield, wide open man in the end zone, touchdown Tigers. How good is that? A breakdown defensively for Tulane. Brandon LaFell gets the touchdown on a 39-yard play. He was just absolutely wide open.
And that's just buying time, and Jordan Jefferson looking downfield, and that is a great sign that he just not tuck it and go, that he looked first to pass. Good blocking, and he just heaved it. No one close to Brandon LaFell. On those kind of plays, you got to watch. Please let the ball come down before the defender arrives, or just catch it. Sometimes the easy ones are the toughest ones, though.
The 21st career touchdown reception by Brandon JoJo LaFell, as Helton, or check that, Jasper punches it through for the PAT, and just like that with 2:32 to go here in this opening quarter, 14-0 LSU.
And Brandon LaFell just needs 6 more touchdown catches to overtake Dwayne Bowe as the all-time leading touchdown producer as a wide receiver for the Tigers. And Jordan Jefferson, a nice heave, and Brandon LaFell can't wait for it to come down. And Etchevelli just couldn't get back there in time, the strong safety for the Green Wave. And Tulane, the Tigers go up 14-0 with just 2:32 remaining here in the first quarter. good protection for George Jefferson as well in that last series.
Did a nice job getting out of the pocket and keeping his composure. Tonight's first quarter presented by Insurance Network of Louisiana. As you get a good look-see there at Les Miles, the fifth-year head coach for the Tigers. And there's the scoring drive, Renee. 5 plays, 63 yards, and just a $1.50 off the clock.
And you saw a little bit of Charles Scott running and gashing the left side. Good blocking by the Tigers up front. And, you know, you want to see that running attack kind of get in sync as the season goes on. And this is certainly an opportunity for the LSU to work on it.
Jasper handling the kickoff duties. And not much room for Tulane on the return. Just across the 20-yard line is Williams, the senior out of Baytown, Texas. Let's head downstairs. Kevin Guidry has a sideline report for us.
Thanks, guys. One of the things the coaches have already expressed to Jordan Jefferson, they are going to want him to get into a comfort zone where he feels comfortable. If he's got to move outside the pocket to make plays happen, that's what he's going to have to do, because next week is going to be a big factor in the success that he has in throwing the ball. And I think that's one of the things that LSU here tonight want to get established early on with him. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Kevin. Of course, that big game next week, of course, at Alabama, the second-ranked team in the country. And the Tigers trying to tune up against Tulane here tonight. Griffin's pass is low but complete, and run out of bounds at the 30-yard line is Casey Rowbottom. Tulane's best possession receiver, picks up 9 on the play.
You know, I like to say crafty instead of possession, because, you know, possession kind of leads you to believe he's
slow.
He's a 4A guy.
Yeah.
He's actually, Casey Rowbottom is very crafty. Very crafty. His second grab, he averages a little over 13 yards per catch. Patrick Peterson made the tackle, went for the tackle, didn't make it, but allowed Rowbottom to make first down territory. And Ryan Griffin is a guy that, you know, he'll peck away at you and trying to get in the comfort zone, just a freshman.
9th-ranked LSU, ranked in the top 10 during the month of October for the 5th consecutive year. Andre Anderson is going to pick up about 6 yards on the play. Harry Coleman there to make the tackle, and Coleman coming off a huge performance last week where he was named the SEC Defensive Player of the Week.
He had 9 tackles against Auburn. He had 10 stops against Vanderbilt earlier this year. Super attitude, whatever it takes. And they say he probably is the hardest hitter among all Tigers on defense, which says a mouthful. He was a leading tackler last year, 71 stops. So I'll tell you what, he's got an opportunity to play on Sundays as well.
3 forced fumbles this year, tied for first in the SEC. And that was Jeremy Williams. And once again, Coleman there to greet him.
When you got Coleman with his skills, he can play again. He plays out of the edge and he can cover somebody. Good look at Jeremy Williams right there. They want to get the ball in his hands as much as possible. Andre Anderson.
Insurance Network of Louisiana, without a doubt, the best place for your auto and homeowners insurance. If you like strong winning teams like the Tigers, you'll love the team of professionals at Insurance Network of Louisiana. Call Insurance Network of Louisiana or log on to their website, lainsurance.net. 3rd and 5 from their own 36. Griffin drops back and a penalty flag comes out. Trying to see if they took more than their allotted time.
78, offense, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Nick Landry, the senior, a little bit of movement there on that offensive line, and Tulane going without one of their best offensive linemen tonight.
Without a doubt. Andrew Neerman, a junior out of John Curtis High School. He's a fighter. He's that leader up front at safety, at center. Good look at Dan Dodd, the offensive coordinator for the Green Wave, and they've really lost a lot with Andrew Neerman. He went down against Southern Miss last week, and they expect him back probably in a week or two, but they really lose a lot when he goes down.
Neerman had started 31 consecutive games. That was every single game that he had played since becoming a Green Wave at Tulane. And we got a timeout on the field. It is LSU leading Tulane as we'll prepare to head to the second quarter. 14-0 LSU, and we'll be back with more Tiger Vision after we take this local break. And back at Tigers Stadium as they celebrate the 50-year anniversary of that great run by Billy Cannon. And Billy down on the field right now, and we look forward to seeing him at halftime, as he will be our halftime guest here on Tiger Vision.
I hope we don't have to ask him to relive that. Billy, I don't think we'd want to do that again. What a great career he had, both in the pros and at LSU, an All-American, and a wonderful, very engaging individual. We had a chance to chat with him this week, and boy, what a great guy.
And we look forward to speaking with him at halftime. And right now it's 14-0 LSU over Tulane as we prepare to start the second quarter. Hey, when it comes to the hottest char-grilled or the coldest raw oysters around, Tiger fans know Acme Oyster House is the hometown favorite. Located on the corner of Acadian and Perkins, Acme's New Orleans-style flavor is sure to please. Acme Oyster House, born in the French Quarter, praised all over. That sound good about right now, Renee?
Ooh.
Ooh, share.
You get a dozen of those right now.
You guarantee.
Oh, man.
So Tulane takes over here in the first play of the second quarter on 3rd and 10 from their own 31-yard line. Tulane 0 for 3 on third down conversions so far here tonight. LSU blitzing. Griffin, pass over the middle, overthrown. His intended receiver was Rowbottom, and so Thibodeau will be on to punt once again.
And they had Brandon Taylor. LSU had Brandon Taylor locked in a Rowbottom, and that's the thing about the safeties with the Tigers, with Chad Jones and Brandon Taylor. Brandon Taylor can play cornerback. He just switched to safety, so he has that cornerback skills. And you get a look at Trendon Holiday back to return a kick here.
And Holiday stands right near that SEC. Well, it's a pumpkin tonight at the 25-yard line. This is a nice high kick, and it'll take a bounce, and that one will just simply roll all the way down to about the 18-yard line. Just want to remind everyone to listen to Les Miles talk about the upcoming game on the Les Miles Show, presented by Capital One Bank from 7 to 8 p.m. each Wednesday on Eagle 98.1 FM in Baton Rouge and live at Walk-Ins Bistro and Bar. Check your local listing for the LSU Sports Radio Network affiliates in your area.
You know, one guy that has to have some mixed emotions as he comes back here is Greg Jackson. Was an All-American at LSU, spent 13 years in the NFL. He's the linebackers coach, won a Super Bowl with the Giants. He was an All-American in 1988 with the Tigers, and now coaching the linebackers at Tulane.
Russell Shepard in the offensive backfield gets the carry, and not too much as he squirts across the 20 to about the 22, maybe the 23-yard line, and a handful on that one. We're seeing him, Renee, in increasing measure as the season goes forward.
And he can throw the ball. He just hasn't had an opportunity to do so, but he is a very good quarterback, as you see him back there again. But you may be surprised. His cousin is Eddie George, played in the NFL. But look, what a talent Russell Shepard.
And now Jefferson pitches it back out to Shepard. Shepard gets around the outside, cuts back to the inside. It won't be the 69-yard touchdown run he had last year as he's taken down by, or last week, I should say, as he's taken down by Logan Kelly, but a nice pickup of 21 right there.
Not a pretty play there, but you can see he changes directions flawlessly at full speed. It wasn't until a tackle was made there by Logan Kelly to stop him from going the distance, but what skills and explosion Russell Shepard has out of his cuts.
1st and 10 from their own 44, and the pass to Cleveland Williams falls incomplete. Charles Harris, cornerback, was sizing Keelan Williams up had he made that catch. And it was a little bit out in front of Keelan Williams, didn't allow him. But, you know, Keelan Williams has that wow factor. When he gets his hands on the ball, be it a receiver or a runner, Doug, he can take it to the house, and he's done that. He had a great game, you remember, a couple of years ago against Virginia Tech. And he can really, really open things up on offense. Shepard is the quarterback. That's our first look at him as well. Highly touted freshman. And on the snap, it is Shepard. And Shepard can't find any running room as Chinonso Eshabalem takes him down. I want to remind you, the second quarter is presented by Acme Oyster House. Acme Oyster House, born in the French Quarter, praised all over. So they'll give him just a short gain on that one, and it'll be 3rd and 9 from the LSU 45-yard line. 39% this year on third down conversions. And Shepard, or I should say Jefferson, the pass complete to Shepard. And that will be, of course, it's Richard Dixon who makes the reception. And that will be well short of the first down. Shaquille Smith makes the defensive play.
You look at Dixon right there, who is going to leave LSU with a trunk full of records. George Jefferson found the safest play there as Richard Dixon just curled up in the zone and about 4 yards short. Call for a punting situation for the Tigers.
And Derek Elton comes on, averaging 39 yards per effort. And Casey Rowbottom back to return. And he will call fair catch at the 17-yard line. And that's where Tulane will take over, trailing 14-0 to the 9th-ranked LSU Tigers. And we'll be back with more Tiger Vision after this network break. It's Halloween night in Tiger Stadium. 2 touchdowns over their in-state rivals, the Green Wave of Tulane. Maximize your company's potential with quality Caterpillar compact and heavy construction equipment from Louisiana Machinery and Louisiana Rents. Rent it, buy it, lease it today. Log on to louisianamachinery.com for more information. And so far tonight, LSU's defense has allowed just 26 yards, Renee.
Kelvin Shepard, the primary ringleader right there. He's got 2. He's got a bushel full of stops, 13 against Auburn last week, 17 against Ole Miss last week. He has a knack for finding the ball, can play all 3 linebacker positions. John Chavis loves him, and he almost recruited him for Tennessee, both Perry Riley and Shepard. Luckily, they stayed with the Tigers, and John Chavis is still coaching.
There you go. Look at the disparity there. 134 for LSU, 26 for the Green Wave of Tulane, as Ryan Griffin making just his second collegiate start, trying to make something happen for the Green Wave. From the shotgun under pressure, hit hard, but gets the pass off to Jeremy Williams, and he is run out of bounds as Perry Riley, the weak side linebacker, runs him out of bounds. They'll spot that one after a gain of 9 at about the 26-yard line.
And Griffin stayed strong in the pocket. You know, he didn't have to win this game. Bob Toledo says don't throw interceptions, don't fumble the ball. Get rid of it quickly. Just manage that offense. You do not have to win this game. And Ryan Griffin is taking some hits there, but showed a little moxie. And good luck, that Perry Riley right there, the senior out of Stone Mountain, Georgia, Stevenson High School. 47
tackles for Riley, second most on this LSU squad. And Ryan Griffin, the redshirt freshman, on 2nd and 1. Pass is complete. Williams once again. And Williams across the 35 to about the 37-yard line. Well, Williams, the senior out of Baytown, Texas, has 45% of his team's receiving yards. Talk about a go-to guy. They go to him almost all the time.
And that was a blown coverage that time. No one was home, and Jeremy Williams, Ryan Griffin went right to him, and he picked up nice yardage for a first down, and he's 18th nationally in receiving yards a game, Jeremy Williams.
The 4th first down of the night for the Green Wave of Tulane, who after some early success has struggled to move the football. From the shotgun once again, Anderson gets the handoff, and he is tripped up and dragged down. Kelvin Shepard, the big 6'3", 239-pound junior out of Stone Mountain, Georgia, converted. Well, he's played a bit pretty much everywhere on the defense. A real versatile player.
And a little delayed handoff to Andre Anderson, and a pair of teammates meet again. Kelvin Shepard and Andre Anderson both played together at Stevenson High School, and you can bet there's a little trash talking at the bottom of that pile.
No doubt about it. The second quarter is presented by Acme Oyster House. Acme Oyster House, born in the French Quarter, praised all over. 2nd and 9 from their own 39. Cody Sparks, the tight end, in motion to the far side. Griffin, and the pass is complete. It's Rowbottom, who slips around, gets over past the 45 to about the 47-yard line, but it'll be short of the first down.
And Patrick Peterson just a little overly aggressive that time as Griffin throws it and just coming up, doesn't break down. That's what, had he broken down, he could have made the tackle, but he was in a hurry to either get a jump on the ball or to get a big hit there, and he did not break down, and he was going in one direction, and nice completion and catch and run for the Green Wave.
3rd and 1 for Tulane. They're 0-4 tonight on 3rd down conversions, and they've got their first one here tonight as Williams races around the left side across midfield and down to the 41-yard line of LSU.
Griffin just kind of caught Tulane, LSU a little flat-footed that time with the reverse, and Jeremy Williams just gets out the outstretched hands, and Chad Jones ushers him out of bounds, but not enough. Not until he gained first down territory, and Green Wave are in Tiger territory at the 41-yard line.
Jeremy Williams, a gain of 12 on the play, has 130 all-purpose yards per game. That's 6th best in Conference USA, 44th best in the nation. 1st and 10, Tulane at the LSU 41 now. Griffin, downfield, nice coverage down there by Peterson, and the intended receiver was Rowbottom.
You know, talking about Williams a little bit, he's capable, Doug, of a monster game. He had 6 catches for 108 against Army, 10 grabs for 221 all-purpose against McNeese. Good individual coverage there. Patrick Peterson, this is why he was stride for stride and maybe one of the best cover corners in the country, just a sophomore.
Griffin out of Chaminade College Prep, Westlake Village, California, completing about 63% of his passes. 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions this season. And now from the shotgun on 2nd and 10. Backs are split alongside him. LSU showing blitz. Griffin under pressure, dumps it off, and that pass is complete. And a nice pickup and down to the 20-yard line.
Antoine Duplessis, who was a converted tight end out of Holy Cross, slowed down that rush as Griffin just goes over the top. A host of white jerseys in his face and dumps it off. He has a entourage in front of him, and Duplessis, who played some tight end, knows what to do once he gets his hands on the ball. Big 6'2", 262 sophomore with his 8th start out of Holy Cross High School in New Orleans. Nice pickup for the Green Wave.
24 yards on the game. Duplessis has his 5th reception. And Tulane knocking on the door in red zone territory. Griffin, again, it's Duplessis, and he's across the 15 down to the 14-yard line, knocked out of bounds by Chad Jones.
So a pair of back-to-back grabs by Duplessis moves Tulane a little closer inside the 15-yard line.
There's some contact right there, huh, Renee?
We need a wood crack from up here. Griffin with a nice drive going, and Tigers need to step up defensively.
Tulane offense, 71% conversion rate in the red zone. 15 of 21, ball falls loose. Picking it up is Anderson. A limb is there and knocks him down at the 25. And that'll set Tulane back, a loss of 11 on that play.
Carry the ball.
From a Tiger perspective, if he doesn't drop this ball, there's no one close to him, and he may have been able to turn that corner, but the fumble allowed the Tigers to regain. Look, there's no one out there, no one outside, and he turned the corner. Perry Riley, now Jai Eugene was in coverage downfield. He may have made the tackle, but there's a lot of running room for Andre Anderson.
So 3rd and 13 now. Tulane 1 for 5 on 3rd down conversions. They need to get inside the 10-yard line to get the first down. LSU showing blitz. Griffin dumps it off to Anderson and nowhere to go. Kelvin Shepard staring him down as Edwards was there also to make the defensive play.
And LeVar Edwards came. His defensive end position, a freshman out of Desire Street Academy. Good rush, and he just drops back and just laid the wood, put his helmet right in the shoulder pads, and that's a picture book tackle by LeVar Edwards. Defensive end had 5 stops against Florida, really come on the last couple of weeks.
This will be a 43-yard field goal attempt for Thibodeau. It's low. It's definitely low. But it is not through the uprights. And so Thibodeau misses wide left, and the Tigers keep Tulane off the board and keep that 14-0 lead with 6:22 to go here. Second quarter. Back with more Tiger Vision after we take this break. 9th-ranked Tigers leading their in-state rival, the Green Wave of Tulane. Let's head downstairs. Kevin Guidry has a sideline report. Kevin.
Thanks, guys. One of the things that John has done here at LSU is to try and make that defense be as consistent and as prone to make as less mistakes as possible. One of the things that he teaches that you can bend but just don't break, and that's one of the things that LSU defense just did here. They have the ability to make big plays when needed, and they're going to continue. Back up to you guys.
Good look there. The man upstairs. The eyes in the sky. So LSU taking over on their own 26-yard line. Jordan Jefferson, 7-2, as LSU's starting quarterback. And the give is to Charles Scott, and Scott finds a seam. Picks up. The 30 to about the 33-yard line. 7. And Quintua there to make the tackle for Tulane. And take a look at the first 5 possessions for LSU. Renee didn't start off well after some explosiveness offensively. Had to punt, but since that time, pretty good.
That first touchdown was aided by that turnover. Block punt.
And then, of course, the long touchdown pass. Jefferson looking downfield once again. Open man. And that is Tolliver. And Tolliver's bumped out of bounds on the Tulane side. As Tolliver picks up 18 on the play. Had that huge game last week where he had a career-high 9 catches against Auburn.
And the nephew of former LSU Tiger Harvey Williams out of Hempstead, Texas, with a comeback. Boy, he has all the physical skills. Skills has the gained about 20-25 pounds on his 6'5" frame. Runs a 40 and about 4'4" with a 40-inch vertical. He has all the numbers that you want in a wide receiver.
Charles Scott once again on the carry, trying to get to the outside, but no room for him there. But he will maybe get a couple of yards on that one.
The thing that people don't understand about Charles Scott, he loves to block. He is the complete. He's a throwback player, Doug. He loves to run between the tackles, but he loves to block, and he's gotten a lot stronger. And he's gotten patient, and that's the part of a good running back. It's not just running and going through a hole. You have to be patient and allow your blockers to block for you. You see 5 totes there for 39 yards.
2nd and 8 now after that gain of 2. Ball spotted at the 47-yard line of Tulane. Scott once again spinning back to the inside. Big strong guy gets another couple of yards to about the 45-yard line.
Tigers that time with a pair of tight ends, Dixon and D'Angelo Peterson, a sophomore who's they expect a lot out of him. This is a sophomore, 6'4", 240. Look at Charles Scott. He's really worked hard. He's one more touchdown will tie him with Terry Robisky. He's got 30 career touchdowns thus far. One more will put him in 4th place, tie him with Robisky.
LSU 1 for 4 on 3rd down conversions. And this one a 3rd and 6. They have to get across the 40 down to about the 30. Make it about the 37, 38-yard line to get the first down. Jefferson has the first down. He's brought down at the 34-yard line. Nice pickup by the heads-up quarterback.
When the coaches say that he hasn't scratched the surface yet, it goes to show he can kill you with his arm or he can kill you with his feet. He's not bug-eyed anymore when he steps into the hole. Very hard worker. He was the MVP in the Chick-fil-A Bowl against Georgia Tech. And again, he's a weapon on the ground or through the air.
And Charles Scott on first down has the carry inside the 20 and down to about the 18-yard line as Chuck the Truck as he's taken down by David Kirksey. But a big game so far and a good start for the big guy, Charles Scott.
Good blocking on the right side by Marksdale and Lyle Hitt, allowing Charles Scott to ample running room to maneuver.
LSU not wasting any time. 1st and 10 now from the 18. Jefferson looks downfield, wide open receiver. The catch is made and down to the 5-yard line. And coming up with it is Reuben Randall. Randall, the true freshman, makes the nice grab down there and has the Tigers knocking on the door once again.
His 5th grab is a Tiger. And a nice catch right here. A good block by Charles Scott allowed Jordan Jefferson enough time to make the completion. Reuben Randall was upset he didn't get into the end zone, but banging on the door inside the 5.
Randall averaging 18.5 yards per reception. That's the most amongst the Tigers. And whistle, and play is stopped down there.
Tulane.
As Tulane calls a timeout to talk things over, as the LSU Tigers first and goal to goal down at the 4-yard line. So LSU up 14-0 and threatening to score here with 2:38 to go before the half. And we'll be back with more Tiger Vision after this network break. Tiger Stadium, LSU up 14-0. When it comes to the hottest char-grilled or the coldest raw oysters around, Tiger fans know Acme Oyster House is the hometown favorite. Located on the corner of Acadian and Perkins, Acme's New Orleans-style flavor is sure to please. Acme Oyster House, born in the French Quarter and praised all over. Good look there. Jordan Jefferson as his Tigers just 4 yards away from going up by 3 touchdowns over their in-state rivals, the Green Wave of Tulane.
The Tigers tight ends and a fullback in the I formation.
Dixon goes in motion to the left side. And the give is Scott. He's up the middle and in for the touchdown. 20-0. On top. And Charles Scott moves into some select company with that touchdown.
Yes, he ties Terry Rubisky with the 31st touchdown of his career, and as a Tiger down. Great blocking on the left side. You see Charles Scott, good block by Lau, hit as he pulls. Stampley with a nice block. And Charles Scott puts up 31st touchdown of his illustrious. Nice blocking. Josh Dworsky with a nice seal block on the right side.
Big senior out of Jonesboro Hodge High School gets his 3rd touchdown of this season. Good look at the former Mr. Football in Louisiana and the Gatorade Player of the Year.
Not sure of the injured Tiger. That's Richard Dixon.
Richard Dixon it is, yes.
Wow, what a great career he has had. You know, he's 2nd behind Mitch Andrews with 82 catches for his career. He's 1st among yardage among tight ends all time. And he's
see if we can pick something up. There he is on the right side of the screen.
You see, he just got stood trying to block, and he got bent backwards a little bit, may have strained something. That's a good sign that he's up and moving a little bit. With some assistance from his teammates. Richard Dixon, oh, what a great career he's had. First with 10 touchdown catches with Brad Boyd. But boy, I tell you, he brings such a different dimension as a blocker and a receiver for the Tigers.
Josh Jasper, the junior, on to get his 20th PAT of the season and make it an even 21. I guess it would be an odd 21-0 with 2:32 to go in the 2nd quarter. Right down the pike, and LSU is 21-0 over their in-state rival, Tulane. Things gone the way you thought they would go so far tonight? The concern with with Alabama looming, Renee.
Well, you know, and I'm not thinking Alabama, really not. You know, the players have to focus on what they have. That sounds like an old cliche, but it's the truth. You need to focus.
Take a look at the performance so far tonight. Jordan Jefferson has been on the mark except for one interception, Renee.
And you see him finding his marquee, JoJo LaFell, and he'll come back with that combination. Here, him running the ball shows he's very adept at moving the ball forward, and he buys time and finds JoJo LaFell. That was Jefferson's 10th touchdown toss of the campaign, and a very worried look on Bob Toledo as he finds his troops down. 21 points as you see Richard Dixon moving around now.
Dixon looks to be A-OK. Take a look at the scoring drive. 8 plays, 74 yards, 3:50 off the clock. And, of course, Chuck the Truck gets that 4-yard touchdown run. Jefferson 7 of 10 tonight, passing for 102 yards. Also had that 1 interception and 1 touchdown as well. This one taken at about the 2-yard line. And swarmed over is Jeremy Williams. And he'll get some forward progress. A 17-yard return for Williams. I want to remind you the second quarter is presented by Acme Oyster House. Acme Oyster House, born in the French Quarter, praised all over.
One of the players who's in on that tackle, number 52, don't know if we get him if he goes off the field. He once played for the Greenway. And following the storm, Ace Foyle right there transferred to LSU. But he played in this game wearing the green, and now is playing for the LSU Tigers as a senior. He transferred after the storm to Katrina from Madisonville, Louisiana, and boy, he's glad to be in a winning team now. Has been with the LSU Tigers the last 3 seasons. Very vital part of that, special teams and a backup linebacker.
Griffin, the redshirt freshman, with 2:26 on the clock here before the end of the first half. And no running room whatsoever for Anderson as he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Jacob Cotrera in to make the defensive play. Coming up at halftime,
LSU.
the mystery guest.
30-second timeout.
I think do we know who that is, Renee? The mystery guest on this 50-year anniversary of that great punt return?
How many guesses do I have?
Well, I don't know. How many do you need?
Can I use a lifeline?
Yeah. Do you have any cell minutes left?
Wow. I don't know if broadcasting was this tough.
Well, you got to be on your toes, I guess, from time to time. Good look at that LSU defensive unit that ranks very high in the SEC, 4th in points per game, allowing just a shade under 14. You know, last week against Auburn, they allowed just 42 first half yards and only 193 yards for the game. And they've got just 83 yards to call their own tonight. As for the Tulane Green Wave, and this might be just a little bit of a hint as to who our guest is tonight. It's not the 6 guys who missed tackles on that play, is it, Renee?
No, but he's the reason why number 20 is so revered. And
Griffin, open receiver at the 24-yard line. And a flag comes out late. That was Cody Sparks, the tight end.
That may be a helmet-to-helmet, maybe, or venture a guess.
You can guess. We're okay with that. You might be wrong.
Personal foul. Illegal helmet contact.
You should have guessed.
56. Defense. 15 yards from the end of the run. Automatic. First down.
You know,
you should have guessed, Renee.
Well, that was my guess. I didn't need a lifeline for that one. But the thing is that that's being called a lot more, and with the concussions going on in football on all levels, the officials are being more protective of the ball carrier, that unnecessary injuries don't happen.
The first penalty of the night on the LSU Tigers. Now inside 2 minutes to go here at the end of the first half. Pass complete. Jeremy Williams across midfield. Danny McCray there to help out defensively. A gain of 14 on the play for Tulane.
And that was a nice throw by Griffin, finding his mark, Jeremy Williams. And, you know, Jeremy Williams already has his bachelor degree. He's on the Biletnikoff watch list and really one of the primary weapons for the Green Wave.
Green Wave, the give is Anderson. Has run out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one.
Good mark of a good running back is yards after contact, and he breaks a tackle right there, and he's off to the races, and he wears number 32 because of old Brown. He loves Jim Brown, and not a big guy, 6 feet, 212, and his 15th start here for the Green Wave was on the Doak Walker watch list last year before an injury befell him and shortened the season.
Griffin looking. Pass once again, open receiver over the middle and taken down. 19-yard line is row bottom. Chad Jones there to make the defensive stop. A gain of 17 on that play.
Timeout. Tulane, their second 30-second timeout.
And Griffin just drops back, a quick drop, and finds the opening crease, hitting row bottom again, and for a nice slant. And just about 78 ticks to go here in the first half. Tulane is with another opportunity.
Tonight's second quarter is presented by Acme Oyster House. Acme Oyster House, born in the French Quarter and praised all over. So LSU up 21-0, 1:18 still on the clock for Tulane. As this has been a Green Wave team trying to find itself, Renee. They're in the midst of a 3-game losing streak, trying to emerge from this one here tonight. Then they feel as though the next 4 games that they play are extremely winnable.
You know, the thing is, time of possession, Tulane is tops among the Conference USA with 33 minutes a game. The downside is they're playing 18 freshmen, most in the country. These guys are getting experience, but you're learning at their expense. And so Bob Toledo with a lot of young, fuzzy-cheeked freshmen learning on the job.
Tulane, 71% conversion rate in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19 of LSU. Griffin has some time. He's hit as he throws. Intercepted by LSU. The Tigers coming up with the interception. It is Patrick Peterson, his 2nd interception of the season.
From Eli High School in Pompano Beach, Florida, his 2nd interception comes up a little overthrow as they had the receiver bracketed, and Griffin just dropped back, getting a little pressure from Drake Nevitz. Kind of fluttered there a little bit over the head, didn't put enough mustard on it, and the reason is Drake Nevitz got a hand on it, and he did not allow Griffin to step into his throw, which kind of made the ball flutter a little bit. But nice play by Peterson, but also credit Drake Nevitz with that interception.
And look at the success of LSU this year, +9 differential on turnovers this year. And LSU has scored 41 points on their opponent's turnovers this season.
Green Wave with a -10. George Jefferson with just 70 ticks left inside his own 5.
And he'll throw on 1st down, and he'll hook up with his receiver, Brandon LaFell. And the clock stops to move the chains. 1st down for LSU, and LaFell has another grab. For LaFell, his 3rd of the night. Of course, he's got that touchdown. 72 receiving yards for Brandon so far here tonight. 1st and 10 from their own 18. And Jefferson looking to pass again. He's got all day. He's going deep downfield. Tolliver's the intended, and it's knocked away in double coverage just off the fingertips of Terrence Tolliver.
And Charles Harris got back with him, the cornerback, who's a big guy himself, 6'3". And Terrence Tolliver with a 40-inch vertical, just let him get up and throw it up there for him. And George Jefferson goes through his progressions, feels that Tolliver is his best option, and he just couldn't come down with it. You see Charles Harris getting a hand on it with him. And Garrett, also the safety man, also in coverage, for the Green Wave, and Tolliver just incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 for LSU. See Jefferson's numbers. That a rare incompletion, 8 of 12 for 115 yards tonight. And up across the 20 to about the 22-yard line is Trendon Holiday. As Trendon just seems like one of those guys, they're trying to find a place in the offense to accommodate his speed, and they just haven't quite found the perfect spot yet, Renee.
They want to isolate him, get him in space, and that's what's best for him. He just, you know, you can't tackle this guy in a phone booth, and he's got so much explosive speed, but you want to get him out in the open and isolate him.
You know, it's hard to find phone booths these days. 3rd and 6. Everybody's got a cell phone. Jefferson is going to have the first down. He's across the 30 and to about the 33-yard line. And that's going to do it for the end of the first half. So LSU 21-0 over Tulane in this in-state rivalry. And we'll be back with our halftime interview with our mystery guest, Wink Wink. Back with more Tiger Vision after we take this network break. Stick around, everyone.
Tigers just have a slight edge, 11-10, and time of possession kind of close. The Green Wave hold an advantage there, but keep in mind LSU has made the most of the opportunities and hold a 21-point advantage.
Halftime is presented by Ochsner. Ochsner, the official healthcare sponsor of LSU athletics. And Tiger fans, everyone knows the best tailgates begin with clean, affordable propane gas. But did you know propane is a clean, green fuel perfect for the energy needs of your entire home? For more info, visit our website at louisianapropane.com. And take a look now at some first half highlights as, well, some nice play by LSU, led by Shepard.
Russell Shepard with his 2nd touchdown, John, in as many weeks, his 2nd of the season, and show the freshman what kind of flash he has. A block punt here by Daniel Graff allows the Tigers. Stephon Francois picks it up and allows the Tigers a touchdown run here as George Jefferson improvises and throws to JoJo LaFell. This touchdown catch, his 21st, ties him with Michael Clayton all time in LSU receivers. And this is a nice interception by Patrick Peterson, his 2nd of the campaign. Chuck the truck with a touchdown run here. Nice blocking on the left side.
And that, of course, the one that made it 21-0. Hey, halftime is sponsored by Ochsner. Ochsner makes going to the doctor as easy and convenient as possible. Call 225-761-5200 to schedule your checkup today. And here's a quarterback comparison so far tonight. Ryan Griffin making his 2nd career start against Jordan Jefferson, who's 7-2 as a starting quarterback for LSU. And you see the numbers there, Renee. I think, you know, Jefferson, of course, had that 1 interception. And Griffin had one of his own as well. But Jefferson certainly has taken the lead so far here tonight. Yeah,
and Jordan Jefferson has really kind of flexed his muscles a little bit and shown a little moxie. He did have an interception in the first quarter. He didn't put enough air underneath it in a pass intended for Trendon Holiday. But other than that, I'd have to give him a pretty good grade in this contest.
And second half now underway. That one taken at the 9-yard line by Jeremy Williams. Next week, of course, for LSU at 2nd-ranked Alabama. The big game of the year. Renee, the winner of that one, is going to play in the SEC championship game, most likely. So certainly a huge game looming for 9th-ranked LSU.
Well, you like to think that, and coaches do not want to get too far ahead of themselves. And there's still a lot left to be played. LSU with the Ole Miss and Arkansas still on the schedule coming up. So next week will be big, but there'll be no bigger game than the next one. So again, Alabama, then Louisiana Tech, then Ole Miss and the Razorbacks.
Ryan Griffin, handoff to Andre Anderson. Anderson across the 25 to about the 26-yard line. Anderson gets his 8th carry of the night.
You know, the funny thing about Andre Anderson, he had a chance to was recruited by Georgia Tech, Tulane, Stanford, East Carolina, and University of Central Florida. And Central Florida pulled their scholarship. And he always, you know, if he gets a chance to play UCF, that would be a special meaning game to him, which he has. But UCF pulled a scholarship, and he wanted that Tulane, and Green Wave fans are glad to have him.
2nd and 6 now. Griffin passes complete. Jeremy Williams has the first down. Dodges one LSU defender across the 40 to the 43-yard line. A gain of 18 on the play. Boy, he's got some good speed when he gets into the open field.
He's about a 4.45 guy, and over the outstretched hands of Harry Coleman, and Harry got caught blitzing on that time and crashing from the outside and allowing Jeremy Williams to scoot around the right side for a nice pickup and a first down. And nice drive going here for the Green Wave. Tiger defense needs to step up.
Tonight's third quarter presented by the Louisiana Lottery Corporation. For 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line of their own. Anderson the carry, and he runs into a brick wall. And leading the charge is Al Woods, the senior out of Elton High School in Elton, Louisiana. Big 6'4", 311-pounder.
You know, he lost about 25 pounds and bench presses 500. What a great prospect. He was a #1 prospect and a USA Today All-American coming out of high school. And he's really, this is his contract year. He knows that the NFL is looming. But he almost went to Oklahoma. He told me this week that he was recruited by LSU, Southern Cal, and Oklahoma. He was final 2 choices. Almost went to Oklahoma. And LSU's glad to have him as a Tiger. He's done a good job this year.
LSU showing blitz once again. Anderson, and he collides in the backfield, and it looked like a broken play from the get-go right there. Russell Shepard comes in on defense, but certainly Tulane didn't have everything lined up properly on that play.
That was ugly from the get-go, and you'll see a couple of players here. Duplessis and Andre Anderson collide. Jeremy Williams, I don't think one of them was supposed to be in motion, the other one was not. And Duplessis and Andre Anderson kind of eliminated one another, and Jeremy Williams was off by himself and tackled for a loss. Call it 3rd and 13.
Tulane 1 for 6 on 3rd down conversions tonight. They need to get across the midfield and down to about the 45-yard line. Shoveled passes to Anderson, and it looked like a last-ditch effort. And last resort, Kelvin Shepard once again there to make the defensive play. Another punting situation for Ross Thibodeau and the Green Wave.
You know, Kelvin Shepard, we talked about how many good games. He had 13 tackles against Florida as well this year. He likes to play middle linebacker. He feels like he kind of gets him in control. And, you know, don't think there's not a lot of trash talking, but it's between players. The linebackers and defensive backs, especially Chad Jones, trash talk about who made the last tackle.
Holiday backed up to a 16-yard line. He's going to be brought down after a gain of about 4 on that return. Punt of 43 and a return of 4. And so LSU takes over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line. Oshner makes going to the doctor as easy and convenient as possible. Call 225-761-5200 to schedule your checkup today.
It's good to get Richard Dixon back on the field again. He was injured at the end of the first half, and he's back in, and what a vital part of that offense Richard Dixon is.
Charles Scott on the carry. Plows across the 25 to about the 27, his 9th carry, and that puts him at about 65 yards rushing here tonight. Logan Kelly makes a defensive stop for Tulane, the senior out of Houston, Texas. Look there at Charles Scott as he comes back to the sidelines. And now 2nd and 5 from their own 27. Jefferson making his 10th career start, in a handoff is to Shepard. And Logan Kelly there to make the defensive stop. Kelly tied for 8th all-time on Tulane's list with 12 career sacks. Been very active from that left defensive end position.
You know, the thing about Shepard, too, is he hasn't thrown a pass yet. But, you know, when they flip it to him in the halfback, he can throw a halfback pass. And there's so many things that Shepard can do. They haven't used him yet, but he's got a bright future.
So now 3rd and 3 for Jefferson from their own 29-yard line. And he flips drops that one to Scott. Scott has the first down as Reggie Scott steps up to make the defensive stop. Not before Scott gets the first down.
Lot more to play. Wide receiver just catching passes. Brandon LaFell, number 1. JoJo LaFell, good block. Right, you can see right at the edge. Maybe you couldn't catch it. He was out of camera angle right there at the end. But that was a big reason why that play worked. JoJo LaFell kept the cornerback occupied. And you see good downfield. Richard Dixon as well with a nice occupied block, allowing Charles Scott to get downfield for first down territory.
No running backs in the offensive backfield. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right for Jordan Jefferson on 1st and 10. Plenty of time. Pass across the middle falls incomplete. Well defended down there. The intended receiver, R.J. Jackson, the senior, as Shaquille Smith stepped in to knock that one down.
R.J. Jackson, really a good special teams player. He just thrives. He was a special teams MVP in 2008. And R.J. Jackson, a senior out of Houston, Texas. Anywhere they plug him in, he does a good job.
Jackson had a career best 6 catches, 55 yards against Vanderbilt back on September 12th. Charles Scott looks like he lost something back there. Or the referees dropped something down on the field. But Scott not able to break free from a toe hold on that one. 1 yard on the play. That'll make it 3rd and 9 from the Tigers' 36-yard line.
You know, the Tigers have put Thomas Parsons, who has played some offensive line. He's been employed in the backfield as a fullback, along with Dugas, Stampley, and Allen. So a little size when you get Parsons back.
Charles Scott steps alongside Jordan Jefferson here on 3rd down. Jefferson looks downfield. Pass complete. Open receiver to the 45. And even inside of that, nice play as coming up with the grab is Terrence Tolliver with yet another reception on the night.
Smooth body control, runs a deep slant, and Jordan Jefferson puts it right on his mark against zone coverage, giving him ample territory, but he transitions very well, understands the routes, and he's shown a lot of toughness in his crossing routes.
4th catch of the night for Tolliver. Going for money is Jefferson, and can't get enough arm on the pass to Brandon LaFell. Came up just short on that one.
The reason why he couldn't, Doug, is he was getting a lot of pressure that time from Logan Kelly, and he had to throw up his back foot, falling backwards, so that was nothing but snap in his wrist. Could not step. Just, he kind of ran out of gas a little bit, but Brandon LaFell, JoJo came back a little bit, but just couldn't catch up with it. But Jordan Jefferson, all he could just to get it out there.
Jefferson now 2nd down. Needs to get inside the 31-yard line. Scott, the ball carrier. And Scott will pick up about a yard on 2nd down.
You know, it's interesting, Doug, that 3 of the starting 5 offensive linemen, Joseph Barksdale and Lyle Hitt, are all, you know, former defensive linemen. So it's interesting how LSU's taken defensive linemen, turn them into offensive linemen. Josh Dworsik is a former defensive tackle in high school. Something they must like about those guys, but the transition has been very smooth. For 3 out of 5 offensive linemen starters were former defensive linemen.
On 3rd and 8 now, LSU. Jefferson's going to be taken down. Brooks Cunningham, aimed from the right defensive end position, broke through to notch the sack. And the loss of 6 yards against Jordan Jefferson. There he is coming in from the left side.
He came untouched on the left side, and Josh Dworsik tries to chip him at the end, but before he got about to get a hand on him, he got his sack, and that was his first sack of the season.
As Rowbottom for Tulane stands back at his own 10-yard line, ready to return this one. Nice high kick. Be touched by LSU at about the 3-yard line. They spotted at the 1. Wow, Chad Jones down there, a punt of 44 yards, and outstanding special teams play.
Brandon LaFell was the first one there, and he's the one who kind of killed it. But that was a nice play by starter JoJo LaFell.
How about that? LSU up 21-0 over Tulane. Brandon LaFell getting it done on special teams, and we'll be back with more Tiger Vision after this network break. LSU football the day after the game on LSU Sunday Night Live, presented by Louisiana John Deere Dealers. Join us live tomorrow at TJ Ribs on Segan Lane at 6 o'clock. Talk about the game each Sunday with host Jordy Holtberg, statewide on the LSU Sports Radio Network. LSU Sunday Night Live airs in Baton Rouge on 107.3 FM. Tonight's third quarter presented by Louisiana Lottery Corporation. As Tulane, 1st and 10, and they spot the ball now actually on the 4-yard line, and that after Brandon LaFell making that outstanding special teams effort. That's where Tulane will take over, and the LSU defense is swarming and nowhere to go for Antoine Duplessis as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage on forward progress.
Perry Riley plugging that A gap coming between the guard and the center, along with Charles Alexander and Drake Nevis, and didn't allow him any running room, no room to maneuver. And see, right through the A gap, right there, great charge by Riley and Alexander and company. Just didn't allow him any running room, and that was Pep Livingston also in on the stop.
It goes for a loss of 1 yard, 2nd and 11 from the 3-yard line. Griffin steps back into the end zone from the shotgun. Quick release, pass complete. And across the 10 to about the 11-yard line. That's Jeremy Williams. Perry Riley on the coverage.
That was an excellent,
makes the tackle.
Excuse me, Doug. That was an excellent pickup by Ryan Griffin, noticing that Jeremy Williams is in single coverage with Perry Riley, a linebacker, mismatch to the offense. And that was a nice notice by Griffin going to his receiver and quickly, and a nice pickup.
You see the 3rd down defense by LSU. Not amongst the strongest in the SEC. And now Griffin with 3 yards to go for Tulane to get the first down. Have to get to about the 15-yard line to get it. Pass is complete. It will be a first down for the Green Wave. As Cody Sparks, the tight end, makes the reception.
Cody Sparks was a defensive lineman, switched over, good hands. And Ryan Griffin just running out of options, just quick, just kind of rolls to his right and soft toss. All he needs to pick up is 3 yards. He does that, and Sparks with the first down for the Green Wave.
Tulane with 2 victories this year. In those wins, they've averaged 5.5 points per game. In their 5 losses, they have been by an average margin of 42 points. Pass complete to Antoine Duplessis, and a penalty flag also comes out on the end of that one.
There's no foul on the play. No foul. 2nd down.
Well, all that for not too much.
But look at Les Miles, has to be happy with the situation right now. 4 minutes to go, 4:21 to go here in the 3rd quarter. And again, he wants to substitute as much as possible. He wants to get his offense and defense in sync. Well, that's kind of something you want to work on and get some playmakers and allow Jordan Jefferson to expand his game a little bit.
So now 2nd and 10. Tulane at the 18-yard line. Griffin, the redshirt freshman, hit hard. Pass complete to Rowbottom. Rowbottom has the first down. He's brought down at the 35-yard line as Harry Coleman there. A gain of 17 yards by Rowbottom on the play.
And Griffin shows a lot of moxie right here, just staying there in a pocket, knowing he's going to take a shot to the chops and delivering the pass to Rowbottom. He knows this is coming from Cotrera. Cotrera just lays the wood to him, but he completes the pass, and that really shows me a lot when a young freshman like that can stay in the pocket strong and deliver the ball.
The Louisiana Lottery Corporation is a proud sponsor of LSU athletics. 1st and 10. And the give is Anderson. And Anderson is hit hard. Harry Riley came up to give him a not so warm Tiger Stadium welcome. Riley's been very, very active. 47 tackles coming into the game for Riley this season, tied for 2nd most on the team. For the 6'2", 245-pound senior out of Ellenwood, Georgia, Stevenson High School, Renee, produced some quite some talent.
Yeah, really did. You know, he's a teammate of Andre Anderson and Kelvin Shepard. I don't think they lost many games. I think in 4 years they lost like 5 or 6 games, but played with a lot of guys. And, you know, Perry Riley and Shepard and Anderson played football since they were 9 years old together. So, you know, there's a lot of competition going down the field.
Tulane.
And there is a timeout on the field. 21-0. LSU leading the Green Wave of Tulane. And we'll be back with more Tiger Vision after this network break. LSU up 21-0 over Tulane in this 3rd quarter, which is presented by Louisiana Lottery Corporation on this Halloween night in Tiger Stadium. Hey, a reminder, listen to Les Miles talk about the upcoming game on the Les Miles Show, presented by Capital One Bank from 7 to 8 p.m. each Wednesday on Eagle 98.1 FM in Baton Rouge and live at Walk-On's Bistro and Bar. Check your local listing for the LSU Sports Radio Network affiliates in your area. And a good look there at Les Miles, 48-12 in his 5th year as LSU's head coach. Of course, former assistant in the National Football League with the Dallas Cowboys, Michigan and Colorado collegiately, and former head coach at Oklahoma State. And a quick reminder again, this 3rd quarter presented by Louisiana Lottery Corporation. On 2nd and 9. And not much running room right there as Andre Anderson, as he is brought down by Chancey Aguirre. Aguirre, a redshirt freshman out of Garland High School in Garland, Texas. 6'4", 263 pounds, and that backup role behind Raheem Alim.
And they call him the Nigerian Nightmare. He smiles when you say that. He's got quite a future here. Very, very talented athlete.
And now on 3rd and 9 from their own 36-yard line. Griffin has plenty of time and throws it out of bounds. Some very extensive coverage by LSU over there, as Casey Rowbottom was the intended receiver, but there were at least 3 LSU defenders in the vicinity right there. Russ Thibodeau back to punt once again tonight. He's gotten some activity.
You know, Trendon Holiday with a pair of touchdowns, return kickoff. He's 3rd in kickoff return yardage in LSU history.
Holiday stands at his own 22-yard line. He'll step up to return this one. Open lane up the middle, and this guy's got speed. And he could be gone. Holiday to the 25, but finally dragged down inside the 20-yard line. Trendon Holiday, the speedster, the fastest man in college football, almost breaks one for a touchdown.
He flashes that 4.27 speed, that 10 flat, 100 meters, and almost took it to the house, brings it back to the 20-yard line, and puts the Tigers in the red zone already. To begin this drive, shrinks the field and gives Jordan Jefferson a great opportunity here on 1st down.
How about this? Holiday has a 50-yard kickoff return, and he's got a 50-yard punt return tonight. And we'll be back. More Tiger Vision after we take this network break. LSU up 21-0. Welcome back to Tiger Stadium. This 3rd quarter presented by Louisiana Lottery Corporation. LSU up 21-0 with 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd. And Trendon Holiday, who already has some records on the books, almost gets another one here tonight.
Good blocks downfield. D'Angelo Peterson was one of those that I noticed, but It's a nice run, Trenton Holiday, explosive player, and he'll get an opportunity to maybe flash his skills on Sunday afternoons, as you alluded to, Doug. Fastest player in the nation on the collegiate level.
How about that? 2 50-yard punt returns here tonight. 50 yards exactly. 2 of them. How about that? No comment from you, man.
That's pretty consistent.
Charles Scott gets the carry on first down to the 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. As Chuck the Truck got 80 yards rushing on 13 carries down.
An injured Tulane Greenway on the field. As a fullback, the fullback is Thomas Parsons, a 6'5", 275-pound redshirt freshman out of Texas, and he's been playing fullback. He's normally a tackle, but he's out of Canyon Lake, Texas. Thomas Parsons, normally an offensive lineman.
Taylor Eccles down on the field, the former wide receiver, defensive back for the Tulane Green Wave. And let's see if we can detect what happened. There he is on the left side of the screen. And looks like had a collision there with the leg of one of his Tulane teammates.
Well, he did get his helmet. It might have got his helmet. You know, he hit from the side, and you get ear hold there. But we're not sure if he got hit by his own player, or maybe his collision with Charles Scott may have hit him on the hip or knee and kind of knocked him a little woozy there.
So as Taylor Eccles is tended to, LSU up 21-0 here with $1:42 remaining in this third quarter. It's been a pretty quiet third quarter so far. And we'll take another look from another angle here at Taylor Eccles, who is finally looks like he's getting up off the field right now. Watch the left side of the screen here, and there it is. And it may have been, Renee, what happened right after right there.
Well, yeah, we're not sure. He may have collided. He definitely collided, but you see hit his helmet there, and then was hit by his own teammate. But he looked like, you're looking at him, he may have been a little woozy from the collision, hit on the side with the contact he made with Charles Scott.
And good to see Eccles up on his own and leaving the field. And now LSU threatening on 2nd and 5 to extend this 21-0 lead they have over their instinct rivals, the Green Wave of Tulane. Scott once again has already got 1 rushing touchdown tonight, and he's got the first down as he makes his way down to the 7-yard line.
His next touchdown, if he gains it, will vault him over Terry Robisky with 32. They both have 31 right now. Vaulting past Terry Robisky, he'll have sole possession of the 4th leading touchdown producer as a rusher in LSU history. That's an elite company.
And it is. Good look there at the 6', 234-pound senior. Going to get his 4th rushing touchdown of this season. He's got 1 in the books here tonight. First and goal to go for the Tigers of LSU. Scott once again, and he's in again. Another touchdown, his 2nd of the night for Charles Scott.
That's just power running. Great surge up the right side, and Greg Joseph Barksdale and Lyle Hick, along with, the tight ends, good blocking. Mitch Joseph is in there, and Richard Dixon as well, allowing him. But that was a lot on his own, Charles Scott, not to be denied. Yards after contact, he just pulled his way into touchdown territory. He runs behind Parsons. A good block right there by Parsons, number 48. After contact, he continues to drive his legs.
And it is up and good by Jasper, and make it a 28-0 lead thanks to a Charles Scott and his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And watch Parsons, 48, right here. Good seal right there. That is an excellent seal on Kirksey, allowing Scott to get into the end zone for his 2nd score and pushing the Tigers to a 28-0 advantage. And he would not be denied.
Hey, Renee, you talk to Les Miles, and you hear him talking about the offensive unit here, and he said this is an offense that has potential to be explosive, and I think we've seen some of that potential explosiveness here so far tonight.
A lot of what you see on the field is all about confidence, and it's little things. When you block up front, Doug, it's all about believing. It's all about technique. It's things like that. And, the offensive line has to be in sync. Those 5 guys have to block together. There's a lot of zone blocking up front here. And zone blocking is all coordination, and everything has to work in sync. It's footwork and all. And it takes a little work to get that all ironed out. But Charles Scott is certainly making things a lot easier for them with his running tonight and just yards after contact.
And a quick recap on the scoring drive after that huge Holiday return. Just 3 plays, and once again, LSU's had some short drives and short series so far here tonight. They've certainly capitalized on their opportunities. And Barnett on the return up to about the 30-yard line. Should say the 20-yard line. As Stephen Barnett, a true freshman. This is a very young Tulane football team. They have played 18 freshmen so far this year. And by their records, that is the most freshmen being played by any college football team this year. So a very, very young Tulane team, peppered with some experienced seniors and juniors as well. And now Griffin from the shotgun on first down. Pass is complete. Jeremy Williams has the grab. And for Williams, his 6th catch of the night.
Dane McCray is one of those guys. He had 6 stops against Green Wave last year. And any other team, he would be a starter. But he plays that role. He'll come in as a strong safety, a free safety, backs up Chad Jones. Has had some starting assignments. But the senior out of Westfield High School in Houston, Texas, really did a good job. Number 44. He's got 21 tackles, make that 22 on the season.
So a gain of 2 yards on the play. That's right. Griffin getting some instruction from the sideline. Griffin, a redshirt freshman, just in his 2nd start as the Green Wave quarterback as he replaced Joe Kemp. And the quarterback is not a position that's had a lot of stability in Tulane's department. Well, we'll be back to Tiger Stadium as we head into 4th quarter action. It is a 28-0 LSU lead, and we'll be back with more Tiger Vision after we take this network break. We'll be back.
This exclusive broadcast of Tiger Vision football is presented in part by the 8 partners that make up Team LSU. Cox Communications, the official communications provider of LSU athletics. Ochsner, the official healthcare sponsor of the LSU Tigers. McDonald's Veluzzo Management, proud sponsor of LSU athletics. Super Chevy Dealers, the official vehicle of LSU football. People's Health, the official health plan of the LSU Tigers. Capital One Bank, the official bank of LSU athletics. Louisiana Lottery, proud sponsor of LSU athletics. And by Verizon Wireless, the official wireless provider of the LSU Tigers. Tiger Vision Football is an exclusive presentation of the LSU Sports Television Network.
Ninth-ranked LSU up 28-0 over Tulane as we begin the 4th quarter, which is presented by Propane Dealers in Louisiana. Propane is exceptional green energy. Watch Coach Miles dissect the game on Inside LSU Football with Les Miles, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors each week on the LSU Sports Television Network. Inside LSU Football with Les Miles airs each Sunday at 10:35 p.m. on WBRZ Channel 2 in Baton Rouge. Check your local listings for the coverage of the Tigers in your area or visit lsusports.net. 2nd and 8 as we start the 4th quarter for the Green Wave of Tulane. Griffin dancing around and dumps it off. And that is Andre Anderson, who makes it up to about the 28-yard line. Here is hit hard by Perry Riley. And Riley greets him once again and helps him back up. Halloween night. Got your costume on, even if you're watching on Tiger Vision.
Wow. What do you think? That's very interesting set there. I must have a lot of work to put that together. You know, the thing is, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention the anniversary of something else. The Golden Girls tonight. They have such a big part of the LSU lore and the band and everything. And without the Golden Girls, it wouldn't be quite the same. Golden Girls anniversary here tonight. A lot of them come back, and it's great to have the Golden Girls back, a vital part of LSU history.
Tulane's second 2 for 9, I should say, on third down conversion, and a 2 for 10 Harry Riley in there.
Shepard looked like he might have ripped it out. And that was a nice play by Kelvin Shepard. He continues to make big plays. And, you know, he wears that number 11. Shepard wears it because he liked Derek Johnson, played for Texas. Now he plays for the Kansas City Chiefs. And Carlos Dansby, he said he just liked the way number 11 looked at a linebacker. But he wears that number proudly. And he's just a junior. He's got another year here. 6'3", 240-pound junior out of Stone Mountain, Georgia.
Chad Jones back to return this punt. And he'll run over. He's waving his arms as though he will not touch it. And he will not. Let's roll out of bounds at about the 31-yard line. That's where LSU will take over. Punt of 39 yards by Tivino. And there, a good look at Les Miles, whose Tigers have enjoyed tremendous success against non-conference opponents, leading the nation with 21 straight non-conference wins. And, of course, 23 consecutive wins over in-state opponents. Their last loss, Renee Nato, was back in 1982 to this very same Green Wave.
I have some good news to bring a smile to the face. Our producer, Mr. Tom Lundy.
And on the give, it is Charles Scott. As Scott approaches the century mark.
Well, he had 114 yards against Tulane Green Wave last year. He's at 96 right now. So just a few yards away. But, you know, you mentioned, Doug, LSU with 23 victories against in-state competition. Guess who holds the records nationwide? The Ohio State Buckeyes with 35. So I know this will bring a smile to Mr. Lundy's beautiful face, our producer for this broadcast, Ohio State Buckeye guy.
I don't know where to go with that. No comment. 2nd and 9 for LSU. Scott the carry once again across the 35 above the 37-yard line. And that puts Scott right at the century mark, we believe, after a gain of 4 on that play. All right, not yet. They give him 3, and they make it 99 yards on the night for Charles Scott on 17 carries now. 3rd down and 6 for LSU. As Jordan Jefferson, the sophomore, making his 10th career start. No backs, 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. Jefferson has time. Now he's flushed out of the pocket. He'll make a run for it, and he's run out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
He's close. He may have it.
And they say that he does. Boy, close as can be. And he didn't make it by much.
You know, he goes to show he tucks and goes. Rather than force this in a tight spot, he just tucks it and goes, and he has enough athleticism and speed. He knows just where the marker is and gets inside for a first down. Keeps the chains moving, and Keelan Williams will now enter the game as a running back along with Scott.
Jordan Jefferson, the sophomore out of Destrehan High School, suburb of New Orleans. A lot of success with that program. He was the 5A Offensive Player of the Year. And now Jefferson, plenty of time, open receiver. And once again, it's Tolliver who's been his favorite target tonight. Tolliver has the catch, and that one is near first down territory as well.
You know, Tolliver was a 2-time Texas long jump champion. He set a regional record with over 24 feet, 24.6 long jump. He's got great athletic skills, great explosion, and he said he watches Jerry Rice on YouTube to kind of fine-tune his skills. Just a junior, 6'5", 206, strong Velcro hands. Well, he's the total package.
Terrence Tolliver, the team leader in both receptions and yards on the season after that gain of 12. LSU looking at another opportunity, and still on his feet is Charles Scott. Scott with a nice big gain. And Shane Dellery makes the tackle. Big night so far for Charles Scott as he's gone over 100 yards, Renee.
This run put him over the century mark, but this is a nice run here. You've seen he's done, and everything he's done has been after a contact, a pair of scores. Good running, good patient running, and determined running. He's a downhill type guy, and nice hug from Lyle Hitt. And this is the last run, which put him over the century mark. He had contact there, breaks another tackle, a 3rd tackle, and this is a 4th tackle. He drags for 4 or 5 yards before he comes down.
18 carries, 112 yards. This is Keelan Williams here. And Williams has another first down. He's down to the 16-yard line after a pickup of 16.
And you see Keelan Williams, that's just a pitch out, and he's feeling his way through the thicket bush, following Parsons' block right here. Another good block right there. Boy, what a good block by Parsons on Travis Burks, the linebacker, and Keelan Williams. And this goes to show that you have to be patient to be a good runner. You just don't run, allowing your blockers to set it up for you. And Keelan Williams has that wow factor, and another Tulane Green Wave player not getting off the field.
David Kirksey is down, as he's being tended to. Gives us time to mention that the fourth quarter of tonight's game is presented by Propane Dealers in Louisiana. Propane is exceptional green energy.
Very impressed with Parsons, Doug, number 48. He's been inserted as a fullback. Normally, you see he's getting some instruction from Coach Les Miles. He's playing a fullback position, normally a tackle.
And we've got a timeout on the field. 28-0. Ninth-ranked LSU leading their in-state rival Tulane. And we'll be back with more Tiger Vision after this network break. And welcome back. Tiger Stadium, ninth-ranked LSU comfortably in front, 28-0. 10:42 remaining here in this fourth quarter. So far tonight, LSU 341 total offensive yards. Tulane has been averaging and allowing an average of 431 yards per game in their 5 losses. So this one fits right in line as LSU behind a huge performance by Charles Scott. 112 yards on 18 carries, 2 touchdowns, and a solid performance. Take away just an interception by Jordan Jefferson. And LSU has played very solidly tonight. Trenton Holliday's done a great job on special teams with 2 50-yard punt returns. They pretty much showed the whole package here, haven't they?
Really haven't, and they increased their plus turnover margin with a block punt and an interception. So they've done a very good job, Doug, and played at all phases of the game. Had to give an A.
Yes, sir. LSU 3 for 3 in the red zone. Williams gets the carry here. And he just keeps chugging forward and picks up about 4 yards on that one. As Williams, in the last couple of games, his role has been a little bit different. Renee had some yards earlier in the season, and Les Miles talked about that a little bit this week, that, you know, Keelan's just got some different roles. It really depends on the game and what he's needed to do, and he's up for the task and the challenge, whatever's needed.
But again, he has that wow factor, and you know he's explosive. He had a couple of years ago, he had a big game, 126 yards against Virginia Tech, and he's capable of that every week.
Jefferson rolling out, looks into the end zone, open receiver, it's LaFell, and he's not quite in, or is he? They say touchdown, Brandon LaFell, his second touchdown of the night, 13 yards from Jordan Jefferson.
So Brandon LaFell is in a great game. He's only 5 catches away from being the all-time touchdown producer in LSU history, overtaking Dwayne Bowe. But nice play action here, rolling right and hitting receiver right in the corner here, and what athleticism.
Oh my.
Wow.
That was put the football inside the pylon.
With great body control.
Fantastic. 4 catches, 85 yards, 2 touchdowns for LaFell. And Jasper punches that one through to make it a 35-0 LSU lead over Tulane. Les Miles and his Tigers squad looking good behind the arm of Jordan Jefferson, and the catch of Brandon LaFell, his second touchdown. Back with more Tiger Vision after this local break. 35-0, ninth-ranked LSU leading the Green Wave of Tulane in this fourth quarter, presented by Propane Dealers in Louisiana. Propane is exceptional green energy. And when it comes to the hottest char-grilled or the coldest raw oysters around, Tiger fans know Acme Oyster House is the hometown favorite. Located on the corner of Acadian and Perkins, Acme's New Orleans-style flavor is sure to please. Acme Oyster House, born in the French Quarter, praised all over.
Tigers last year prevailed 35-10. We're en route of the 18th straight win of the Green Wave.
Go Tigers, number
9:55 to go, and Tigers flexing their muscles, offense, defense, and special teams.
Stephen Barnett and Jordan Sullen back to return. And that'll be Barnett as he takes it on the 11-yard line. and gets to about the 20 before being swarmed over by the LSU special teams. LSU special teams has been pretty special tonight, Renee. They've blocked the punt. They've done an outstanding job. Brandon LaFell also caught a punt down on the 1-yard line defensively and pushed Tulane back into their own territory. And certainly they've been on their game tonight.
See, good look at Ace Foyle right there. Again, a former Tulane player. Makes another tackle. I'm sure he's got some friends on the other side. And he's glad to be on the wearing purple and gold tonight. On the winning team after playing for Tulane his freshman season.
Joe Kemp is in at quarterback. Kemp has started the first 6 games. And man, how's that for a greeting on his first snap as Tulane's quarterback here tonight. We got a not so friendly hello from a couple of Tigers.
LeVar Edwards and Calvin Shepard is not far behind. LeVar Edwards just came flying through and nearly sacked him. LeVar Edwards, you know, he came out to Desire Street. He wanted to be a tight end. He was told he could play tight end or defensive end, but he's got a great future as defensive end. Great quickness. Also played a little running back in high school. LeVar told me he had 23 touchdowns rushing, 6 receiving. He's a good offensive player, but his future is unknown.
Kemp, a sophomore out of Richland Hills High School in North Richland, Texas. The pass is complete. Catrera is there to make the tackle as Jeremy Williams gets the grab. And the 7th catch of the night for Jeremy Williams, who, as we say, catches about 45% of the Green Wave's passes and accounts for a large percentage of their receiving yards.
He's got, you know, those exceptional hands. He's got Lynn Swan type graceful skills. And Joe Kemp comes in. He was a starter a couple of games back. They liken him a little bit to former Tulane quarterback J.P. Lossman. Pure skills, just a little runs hot and cold sometimes, but he can be a good one when he's on.
Kemp on 3rd and 7 for Tulane. The pass is complete. And they'll spot that one at the 38-yard line. Guess who? Jeremy Williams again makes the grab. A pickup of 14 on that play.
And Joe Kemp just drops back, rolls to the right, give him a little more time getting out of the pocket. And Jeremy Williams, he's the 9th player in Tulane history to exceed 2,000 yards receiving for his career. You can see why. What a bushel full of catches he has tonight at Tiger Stadium.
So the first down for the Green Wave of Tulane, which will get handed its 4th consecutive loss, and penalty flags will be flying. Looks like some movement on the Green Wave offensive line triggered that one.
I'm going to say it. Who initiated that? It's going to go against the Tigers.
Outside. Defense. Number 11. In the zone. Causing the offense to move. 5-yard penalty. First down.
It's one instance, Renee, where being in the zone is not a good thing. Because Shepard has been in the zone, defensively speaking.
Well, you know, the thing is, too, you gotta smile at the few penalties the Tigers have suffered thus far this evening. And that's just one of just a few. They've played a pretty good game flawlessly in that department.
So 1st and 5 now. The pass complete to Rowbottom. And Rowbottom is tackled by Chase Clement.
Chase Clement. He's
I can do my French pronunciation.
He's the nephew of Eric Andrusek. You think there was much chance he was not coming to LSU? But, you know, Chase Clement, he E.D. White High School, defensive end.
And so now on 2nd and 3. And the pitch goes to the far side. And that will not be enough for the first down as Albert Williams on the carry.
LSU skates to the ball very good. Watch, they're all moving in unison here. And, boy, I tell you what, laying the wood here, that is Calvin Shepard. Wow, wraps his 6'3", 240-pound frame around the ball carrier, and he didn't go anywhere and coughed up the ball. Luckily, Tulane got it back for their sake, but Calvin Shepard has played sideline to sideline. He gained some weight. He gained 15 pounds, got a lot stronger, really worked hard this offseason.
Calvin Shepard, 6th in the SEC in tackles going into this game. He's got 13 tackles so far tonight. The pass is complete. And right there to make the defensive play for LSU is Morris Claiborne.
And Morris Claiborne is a guy who almost started off, he did start off as a wide receiver. He's out of Fair Park High School in Shreveport, but the coaches say he has exceeded their expectations plus. He's really done a good job. Good skills, 6 feet, 171, runs about a 4.5, but he is really smooth, great acceleration, good hips, and he'll be a good one, just a true freshman.
Chad Jones standing back at his 11-yard line, waves his arm for a fair catch and lets it go. And that one is successfully down by Tulane. Down, it looks like the 1 or even the 2-yard line. So we've got a timeout on the field. 6:12 remaining here in this fourth quarter. LSU has this one well in hand as they lead their cross-town or in-state rival, the Tulane Green Wave. Back with more after this network break. Back in Tiger Stadium, 9th-ranked LSU has this one well in hand with 6:12 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Tiger fans, everyone knows the best tailgates begin with clean, affordable propane gas. But did you know propane is a clean, green fuel perfect for the energy needs of your entire home? For more information, visit our website at louisianapropane.com. Real quick, let's head downstairs. Kevin Guidry.
Thanks, guys. What a great night for special teams here in Tiger Stadium tonight. One of the key components, I think, in going into next week's game is going to have to be special teams. LSU displayed excellence in this game tonight. Also, on offense, I think Jordan Jefferson needs to just establish himself and be consistent. Defense, John Chavis, not enough said. He's done an excellent job with this defensive squad. Will continue. Thanks a lot, guys. Back up to you guys.
All right, Kevin, thank you. Jarrett Lee at quarterback for LSU. And to give is Stephen Ridley. And Ridley just barely gets back out of the end zone and is stopped at, I think, a loss of about 1, it would appear. They do say a loss of 1, so it'll be 2nd and 11.
You know, he's a lot like Stephen Ridley out of Natchez, Mississippi. He's a lot like Charles Scott in a lot of ways. He had 51 yards and a touchdown against Tulane last year. Very downhill runner. Very durable kind of guy. And 6 feet, 226 was Jarrett Lee. He's getting an opportunity to play for him.
Of course, Lee, starting quarterback much of last season until making room for Jordan Jefferson as the true freshman. And Ridley gets a shot at redemption and gets a nice pickup. As that one close to first down, but not quite. It'll be 3rd now and 1 yard to go.
You know, one guy who really jumps out, has made the most of this opportunity, and he wasn't even on the radar, was Thomas Parsons at fullback, number 48. A converted offensive lineman. He has done an outstanding job, and he'll grade very high in this game. His blocking has really helped this running attack. He's in there right now.
LSU 6 of 9 on 3rd down conversions tonight. Ridley once again, and he's got the first down. Nice running by Ridley, as Ridley has helped LSU get out from being under the pressure of being pinned back into their own end zone.
He's following his vision. Good cuts here at full speed, and he delivers the blow, makes a nice run there. You know, he had 86 tackles in high school, but he also played both ways. Over 3,000 yards in one game, 52 carries, 317 yards. Very durable type downhill runner.
3 carries, 16 yards for Ridley. Lee's going to pass on this one, and he's going to throw this one incomplete. The intended receiver was Chris Tolliver. And we want to mention that the fourth quarter of tonight's game is presented by Propane Dealers in Louisiana. Propane is exceptional green energy. As you see the remaining schedule for LSU, and it doesn't get any bigger than next week's game in Tuscaloosa, Renee, at number 2 Alabama. Back to the ground attack. Ridley's having a big opportunity here as he makes his way across the 35 to about the 36-yard line. A gain of 17 for Stephen Ridley.
And good blocking by P.J. Lonergan, and Will Blackwell with a good kickoff block right there, number 60. He's the left tackle. He's the fireman, Blackwell. And you see Lonergan right there, 64, with a good block. And Will Blackwell, another outstanding block. He threw a great one last week for Russell Shepard to score, and Will Blackwell continues to improve.
Ridley, the sophomore, gets another carry to add to his 33 yards. His 5th carry of the night. And they've come on this offensive series. Is Les Miles, but he was sophomore, gets some additional experience in game.
Good look right there behind Coach Les Miles is Tommy Moffitt. I don't think there's a better training a coach who conditioning and strength and conditioning coach than Tommy Moffitt in the country. He's worked wonders, and he's a big reason for this team's success, the condition and strength they possess.
Big night for LSU's offense as they try to shake off some of those earlier season challenges. Of course, this one on the heels of that impressive win over Auburn. Pass is complete. Ruben Randall, the true freshman, and he is swarmed over, but it'll be more than enough for the first down as Randall hauls in his 2nd grab of the night.
Ruben with 6 catches on the season. You know, I don't know if people realize he was a pretty good baseball player, shortstop, Doug. And there were some thoughts early in his high school career, might he go in that direction? But, you know, he made the right choice, was the #1 prospect in the country last year as a high school prospect, as a wide receiver in Oklahoma, LSU, and Alabama, decided to come with the Tigers.
1st and 10 from their own 49. That's Ridley once again, showing some nice speed as he cuts back to the inside. And Ridley down to the 41-yard line after a gain of 11. Boy, it's been a big series for Stephen Ridley on the ground.
The credit up front, good blocking. It's Will Blackwell once again, and Alex Hurst, number 72, but Will Blackwell with a pull block, and he pulls and blocks for him, and boy, he's really done a good job. P.J. Lonergan from Rummel High School, number 64, in at center. A good block, tandem block there, opens up the hole for him.
Ridley, 6 carries, 50 yards, all on this series. 1st and 10 now. Lee looking downfield, wide open receiver on the near side, and hauling the grab in down there for LSU is number 31, John Williams.
And he runs an out pattern. This is Jared Lee with a little play action fake, and just dialing in a sideline route right here, right where only the receiver can catch it. Boy, he caught it right inside the sideline as the Tigers were banging on the door again at the 23-yard line of the Green Wave. And boy, I tell you, Jared Lee would like nothing more than to put one in the end zone.
John Williams, a sophomore out of Breaux Bridge High School. And this the 10th play of the drive. Back to the ground attack. Ridley, and Ridley springs free and gets some extra yards for another first down. But there is a penalty flag on the play. It may be a hold on LSU, and a rare penalty that would be, especially here tonight.
Well, Ridley's doing a good job downhill running, and he's done a lot on his own. You know, the offensive line is getting him to the 2nd level, Doug, but he's doing a lot on his own.
There's no foul for face mask. The player was grabbed by the collar. Result of the play, first down.
So Ridley continues to impress again here tonight. Here's another look.
Good inside handoff and good blocking again. Matt Branch, number 79, with a good block, a converted tight end who's now playing tackle.
And that must have been right at the start of the play that infraction or alleged infraction took place. Ridley has some green in front of him, and he's in for the score. Stephen Ridley, touchdown Tigers, 41-0 LSU.
And Ridley with his first touchdown. This was just a determined run. Jared Lee on the option play pitches to Stephen Ridley, and he just did everything to southpaw from Natchez, Mississippi. Just did everything on his own, running through the thicket bush and breaking arm tackles, and was not to be denied.
Stephen Ridley, both career touchdowns have come against the Tulane Green Wave. One last year, one this year. As punching that one through is Josh Jasper, making it a 42-0 game.
Ridley's got to feel good. Last year he had 51 yards and 1 touchdown. This year he's going to probably see that. Jared Lee with a quick pitch. Not the prettiest play, but great block by John Williams. Might have got away with a little bit of a hold right there, but look at Stephen Ridley, not to be denied. And the 6'2", 226-pound sophomore just ran right over the would-be tacklers into the end zone. Pay dirt.
Stephen Ridley, 8 carries, 73 yards, all of them coming on that drive. So an impressive performance by Ridley, who's trying to show his goods. And certainly just a sophomore, plenty of good years ahead of him here with this LSU football program.
Gotta feel good what you see behind. You know, next year with Scott and Williams moving on, who's going to step up? But you got Stephen Ridley coming up, and of course Mike Ford, who's being redshirted. He's going to be a good one as well. So bright future. Wow. Check somebody out.
Actually, it looks like a lot of people do know. A 98-play drive by the LSU Tigers, and Stephen Ridley really getting it done on the ground for the LSU Tigers. And on the return for Tulane, Stephen Barnett. Hey, Tiger fans, everyone knows the best tailgates begin with clean, affordable propane gas, but did you know propane is a clean, green fuel perfect for the energy needs of your entire home? For more information, visit our website at louisianapropane.com. And there's a scoring drive, 11 plays, 98 yards. And 5 minutes off the clock. Stephen Ridley getting his second career touchdown. Both of those have come against the Green Wave of Tulane. One last year and one this year. Pass is complete. As Kevin Moore has stepped in as quarterback. DJ Banks, the freshman out of West Monroe High School, gets his first reception of the night.
DJ Banks, they were excited about him, the young freshman out of West Monroe. He had 54 career touchdowns at West Monroe, and his 6th grab of the season. And he's a wide receiver, but has a bright future.
Kevin Moore, seen some action this year, 6 of 10 for 18 yards, added to it just a bit on that last one, and that pass well covered by the LSU Tigers.
You know, Kevin Moore was actually the opening game starter, and they've gone from Kevin Moore to Joe Kemp and now to Ryan Griffin. But Kevin Moore, big tall guy, and a nice play by Baker, Ryan Baker, a sophomore linebacker out of Grand Ridge, Florida. Did a good job in dropping.
3rd and 10 for the Green Wave of Tulane. As Moore throws, hit as he did, pass well overthrown beyond his intended receiver, who was once again DJ Banks. So that'll bring up 4th down. Tulane will punt it away. Just 46 seconds remaining in this contest, as LSU has pretty much dominated from the get-go.
Good heat brought by Chase Clement from his right defensive end position, forcing Moore to deliver the ball sooner than he really wanted to.
Chad Jones standing back at his own 30-yard line, prepared to return this punt from Ross Thibodeau. Many opportunities tonight. Trenton Holiday's had a couple of exceptional ones. 2 50-yard returns for Trenton Holiday. And that one a 45-yard punt, no return. LSU with 33 seconds remaining in this and the last for who knows how long in-state rivalry game against the Green Wave of Tulane.
The Tigers need to regroup, and doesn't look like they'll come out of this game with just 33 ticks to go with any significant injuries. So a lot of football yet to be played, and 3 SEC games, and you got Louisiana Tech, and they are back in Tiger Stadium in a couple of weeks. So Tigers are going to come out of this pretty healthy and a lot to be happy about.
And we're probably just going to see that being the last play of the game as the Tigers take the knee. Les Miles and his Tigers get the victory here tonight, upping their record to 7-1 and getting ready to square off against Alabama Crimson Tide squad in Tuscaloosa next Saturday. As the two shake hands, Bob Toledo trying to turn around this Green Wave program as his team goes down to defeat. The final score tonight, 42-0. The 9th-ranked Tigers of LSU had this one in hand from the get-go, Renee, and they just kept adding to it.
Well, they start off hot from Russell Shepard's opening 19-yard scamper, and then they blocked one of Tulane's punts. It was the 11th block punt Tulane has suffered this year. But the Tigers really rolled on special teams, as Kevin Guidry alluded to earlier. They really flexed their muscles and showed a lot of savvy offense, defense, and special teams tonight.
42-0 is our final from Baton Rouge as the 9th-ranked Tigers take care of the Green Wave of Tulane. And we'll be back with more Tiger Vision after we take this network break.